Connected Everything and the Smart Products Beacon jointly hosted a summer school in July 2020. From having created a summer school programme to be delivered at the University of Nottingham, the project team had to quickly redesign the programme so it could be delivered online. Thanks to their hard work and creativity, we were delighted to offer 25 students from around the UK the opportunity to consider how collaborative robots, or cobots, could help address some of the challenges we faced throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. On day one of the summer school, students saw presentations from experts in food production, healthcare, and the home. Students were then split into 5 groups and tasked to develop a conceptual cobot design to help address one of those specific challenge areas. Each group presented their design to a judging panel which consisted of industry representation, experts, and our summer school co-chairs, Professor Steve Benford and Dr. Nick Watson. Watch this film to find out how the students got on and which team won the competition.
I'm one of the co-investigators on the EPSC, so that's the Engineering and Physical Sciences Research Council network, Connected Everything. It's a network all about digital manufacturing technology, so that's robotics, data, AI, machine learning, additive manufacturing, Internet of Things, all these new technologies you hear about all the time.
The other kind of sponsor I've mentioned is something called the Smart Products Beacon, and that's a new research initiative here at Nottingham. And we have a very broad remit. We're interested in what's the future of products and how are they made and what's the role of digital technologies in that. One of our big research themes is this idea of producing together, and it's very much about the human-robot, human-AI experience. And that's why we're so keen on this summer school. We wanted to bring a group of people together to really think about the challenges. We're going to ask you to respond to your experience of the global pandemic and the way it's impacted the world, and think about, can cobots save the day? Just to give you some examples, so there's a talk from Simon Pearson about food production, from Praminda Kalebsali about robots in the home and assisted robots, from Aisha, who works with us, also looking at healthcare. So those are going to kind of kick us off thinking about some application challenges. And then there's some more thematic discussions tomorrow around ethics, interaction and communications, learning and safety. And again, those will try and help focus your design brief on those particular topics.
I'm Simon Pearson. I'm Director of Lincoln Institute of Agri-Food Technology at University of Lincoln. I'm also PI of a sister network, which is the EPSLC Internet of Food Things. What we're interested in Lincoln is anything to do with agri-robotics, but also any digital technologies applied across the whole of the food supply chain.
It's my pleasure to introduce Praminda Kalebsali, who's Professor of Assistive Robotics and Intelligent Health Technologies at UWE, and theme leader for assisted living at the Bristol Robotics Laboratory.
I'm very fortunate to work in the Bristol Robotics Lab. We're one of the largest academic centres for multidisciplinary robotics research. We are a collaboration between University of West of England and University of Bristol.
So yeah, it's my pleasure to introduce Aisha Kufila-Mats, who's newly appointed in the Smart Products Beacon, come to join us that we're really excited about in School of Computer Science, and her research is in haptics and physical human-robot interaction, assisted robotics and machine learning.
So I'm going to do this talk around cobots in healthcare, building these systems to take on different levels of autonomy. So my research is on haptics, how you can make a robot physically interact through touching, through forces, and how we can put some meaning into these interactions.
Right, hello everybody, we're Group 1, the Bottom Wipers, and we've created our COVID cobot design, which is Squishy, a home and healthcare robot. The main problem we're addressing is the back pain and back injuries caused for carers when lifting bedbound residents. And our challenge with this was to find a cost-effective way to create an assistive cobot.
We are Group 2, aka the Marvels, and our design is a nurse cobot, the Marvel. And the challenge area that we're looking to address is the issue of hospitalised patients at the moment. Those with COVID-19 and those with other conditions are not allowed visitors due to infection risk. That means that many of these people are not only able to see their loved ones in person, but quite likely to be too unwell to be able to comfortably lift and hold a device up to speak to their loved ones remotely, or possibly don't have the digital literacy to even be able to work a device anyway, so they're left just completely alone.
Hello everyone. As we know, COVID-19 has put the global food system under stress. Based on available information, contamination from the food handlers is a key transmission mode. The pandemic made the current issues even worse, such as safety, food waste, air pollution, malnutrition, and more waste caused by humans. Therefore, we need a cook team with high productivity, low human interface, safe and hygienic, and also can qualify the food portion. Now, welcome to our co-op kitchen.
Good afternoon, everybody. Today we will introduce our Home Guardian. The basic purpose of this cobot will be to provide first responders with routine information about the patient, reduce the number of unnecessary emergency calls, and in the time being where COVID is around and social distancing is required, this cobot will be able to provide family reassurance as well as help the patient to be cared for in their own home with no need to go outside to visit surgery if it isn't necessary.
Hi, we are Opbot, we're Group 5, and we've designed a cobot to help people who are no longer receiving daily visits from carers in their home due to the COVID-19 situation. So we made a persona for somebody who has Down syndrome. They are a young adult who has recently started to live alone and wants to really maximize their independence.
These molds can be very cost effective compared to conventional manufacturing because the 3D printing is driving down the cost. And you can also use the open source community with this to improve the robot and personalize the robot as well for different situations. And also we had some inspiration from the movement and the dynamics of the caterpillar. The caterpillar uses a so-called two-body system.